But when you loosen your grip, the whole world can lie in your hands. Learn to let go. You will live a happy and peaceful life if you always let go of hatred and avoid blaming life or resenting anyone. Our fate is arranged by the universe. Life is impermanent. If something comes your way, it will also pass. Let go of all things that bring you sorrow. Try to bury the pain. Unpleasant things naturally exist in life. Don't let gossip or criticism disturb your heart. Let go of the hardships you once endured so your soul can find peace from sorrow. Because everything in life changes, nothing lasts forever. Even when you fall, learn to stand up again. Some things come into your life even if you don't want them, but don't let them become a burden. If you can, do not complain. Let destiny gently sweep away the burdens of sorrow. This life is fleeting, so why let anger and envy weigh down a heart that was meant for love? If you can, loosen your grip. Be gentle with yourself. Practice compassion. Walk through life with inner strength and a peaceful heart. For the more you give, the more kindness flows within you. The more you let go, the more freedom you will find. Let your soul float with the wind. Learn to release. Only then will joy and serenity enter your life, even in the simplest of moments. What peace there is in a life lived lightly. If you can carry each moment with stillness, let each breath pass without resistance, then even sorrow will find no place to stay. Let the noise of the world fade. Let worries drift downstream with the breeze. When you take things lightly, joy naturally arises. True growth does not depend on age. It blossoms from awareness. Maturity is not about how much you've been through, but how mindfully you respond to each moment. When living among others, and you see someone's mistake, reflect gently on your own. When you hear something unkind about another, offer them silent compassion, for you do not know the weight they carry. The lighter your heart, the less pain you endure. The wider your heart, the more joy it can hold. To be human is to face both calm and storm. Life will not always be smooth, but with mindfulness and a compassionate heart, you can remain steady through it all. Everything becomes harmonious and beautiful when we bring understanding into it. When misunderstandings arise, instead of engaging in pointless arguments, why not smile gently and walk on, allowing time to reveal the truth? All we need to do is fulfill our own responsibilities with sincerity. Everything else will naturally find its balance. In life, the soul needs moments of quiet, a space to rest. Idle words often stir unnecessary trouble. Rather than complain or blame the heavens and others, why not reflect inwardly, observe our own mind, and stay devoted to the task at hand? After all, we are shaped by what we choose to focus on. Pain only lingers when we cling to it. If you remain kind and joyful, who can truly be angry at you? If you choose not to be disturbed, who can trouble your peace? Emotions, whether joy or sorrow, eventually pass. When we treat every matter with too much seriousness, we end up harming only ourselves. To live joyfully, we must practice the art of letting go. If we cannot shine like the sun, then let us be like the soft moonlight, still capable of illuminating the darkness in our own way. To find joy, we must think with clarity, see with breadth. A spacious heart is a blessed heart. When we hold things lightly, happiness becomes easier to find. The affairs of the world, wealth or poverty, beauty or flaws, right or wrong, are ever changing. Why entangle the mind in what was never ours to hold? The future, the heavens, the sorrows of the world, all are transient. Life's path was never meant to be perfectly smooth. Acceptance of impermanence is the first step to peace. Sometimes we may ask ourselves, why isn't life as joyful as I had hoped? And the heart may answer, there is too much worry, too little rest, too much chasing, too little contentment, too much burden, too little letting go. We humans are small beings, yet we carry hearts filled with love and hate, hope and regret. And when love becomes entangled, where is the space left for peace and joy? Again, I ask my heart, why does love often lead to such deep pain? And the heart gently responds, because when you truly feel, your soul splits in two. Half remains yours, and the other half now belongs to someone else. From that moment on, I was no longer whole. My laughter became dependent on another, and my tears were no longer mine alone. The ache I feel, it's not by choice. It simply means my heart has been shared. Pain comes when our concern, our affection, is placed in someone else. I still don't understand why life's choices feel so heavy. Perhaps it's because the human heart is often greedy, wanting everything, yet unwilling to let go of anything. That itself is a common illness of mankind. But in truth, choosing is simple. Follow what your heart truly loves, and once you choose, stay with it. Be it work or love, if you've chosen it, then walk forward without regret or blame. I often ask myself, why is this body so tired? Why does the soul feel so worn? But then I remember, who walks through life without facing hardship? Is there any path entirely paved with roses? Some choose to quietly endure, to bear the storms in silence. Others cry out, needing to be heard in moments of suffering. But even so, if we meet trials with calmness and sorrow with a smile, then in time, all things will pass. Again, I ask, what does it mean to live a good life? And my heart replies, to treat others with sincerity, to face your work with devotion, to embrace love with courage, and to be kind to yourself, with patience, with forgiveness. No matter how long the days, do not forget to keep trying. Do not betray kindness. Wherever life takes you, strive to be a good person. For what is a human life worth if not guided by conscience? Whether we gain or lose, rise or fall, in the end, we are but travelers passing through this dusty world. When love comes together, so be it. When it fades, let it go. It's all part of the karmic dance we call life. Whether we are rich or poor, whether we possess little or much, all things material are only tools. We come into this life empty-handed, and so we shall leave. Why then cling so tightly? Even those we call friends or family, meeting them as a blessing of karma. When they part from us, it too has its purpose. Each encounter, each farewell, has its own lesson to teach. What use is it to force what is not meant to be? Some things in life are better left forgotten, so let them go. If joy is no longer there, release your grip early. Why torment yourself with endless overthinking? With some people, it's not that we don't understand them. It's that once they've chosen to walk away, even the deepest sincerity cannot make them stay. Holding on only becomes a burden, a source of sorrow. There are things in life that don't belong to us, no matter how hard we try, no matter how many strategies we devise. In the end, we have no control. So, to live wisely, be sincere, be true. Do not lower yourself with selfish desire. In all things, do your best with integrity and clarity of heart. As for the rest, leave it to fate. Let life unfold, and whatever comes, receive it with acceptance. Even pain, when faced with grace, becomes meaningful and leads to peace. When the world becomes noisy, return to the quiet court of your own mind. Reflect inwardly. Are you being too lenient with your own faults? Are you measuring others while ignoring yourself? No one lives a perfect life, but we can live with kindness, with generosity, with balance. Harmony begins when we no longer try to control everything. When life feels stuck, hopeless, or stagnant, pause, breathe, smile softly, and whisper to your heart, "Dear self, just relax a little. This is only a bend in the road, not the end." Everything we have in this life is fleeting. If things go well, be grateful and enjoy the moment. It will pass. If life is not going your way, don't worry, it too will pass. Morality should not be treated like a spare tire, only used when trouble comes. Rather, it must be our compass, guiding us gently through this temporary journey called life. When someone helps you solve a problem, be thankful, but do not place eternal trust in others. Sometimes even those closest to us cannot resolve what lies deep in our heart. In those moments, trust in your own strength, your own resilience. You are gold. You are the essence of value. And if life grants you diamonds, do not forget the gold within you. For to protect the diamond, you must first preserve the gold. Friendship is like a book. It may take just minutes to burn, but years to write. Treasure it wisely. Worry does not take away tomorrow's troubles, but it surely steals today's peace. So live simply, speak kindly, and love sincerely. We all know that a car's windshield is much larger than the rear-view mirror. Life is the same. The past is not as important as the future. Yet from time to time, it is wise to glance back, not to dwell, but to gather wisdom, to cherish the present more fully, and to gently guide the path ahead. And remember this, when we pray for others, the universe listens. Our prayers become a gentle current of energy flowing toward the one we care for. So if you feel peace and joy today, perhaps someone, somewhere, once whispered a prayer for you. At times, we should look at this world through the eyes of a child, to see with wonder, to hear love in the silence, to recognize kindness in the smallest gestures. Yes, in this life, honesty and goodness are not optional. They are essential. Goodness is the quiet light within every soul. Like the moon in a clear sky, it softly illuminates even the darkest paths. It has the power to touch hearts, to transform spirits. Whoever walks under this light will blossom. A kind word becomes a seed of compassion. A good deed becomes a flower of virtue. A life of kindness bears sweet fruit. Each of us is born with a seed of goodness. If nurtured daily, it will grow into a great tree, offering shade and shelter. But some let their seed wither, becoming cold, indifferent. Others poison it, becoming cruel, heartless. Yet no one is beyond redemption. No one is untouched by the healing power of kindness. Even hearts hardened like steel, frozen like ice, may one day soften under the warmth of a single kind act. To practice kindness is not like depositing money in a bank. It is not done for interest or gain. The truly kind seek no reward. They simply shine quietly like a candle in the dark. The highest realm of kindness is to expect nothing in return. To act with goodness simply because it is right, not because it is rewarded. In life, we often find ourselves surrounded by endless opportunities and choices. And as human beings, we tend to want everything to be perfect. We want to be perfect, and so we seek perfect choices that match our ideals. We want the best, and we want to be the best. One day, a young student had a conversation with his wise old teacher about the pursuit of perfection. The student passionately expressed his desire to always seek the most flawless, most ideal things in life. The teacher listened patiently and then gently said, "Would you do something for me?" "Of course, I'd be happy to," the student replied. The teacher pointed to a wide meadow before them and said, "Please pick for me the most beautiful, perfect blade of grass you can find. There's just one condition. You must walk straight ahead and cannot turn back." The student agreed and began his search. Right at the first step, he saw a lush green blade of grass. He was about to pick it, but then he looked further ahead and saw others that seemed even more perfect. So he kept walking. Step after step, the same thing happened. Every time he was ready to pick a blade, he convinced himself there might be a better one just ahead. In his endless pursuit of the perfect, he unknowingly walked all the way to the far end of the meadow. Finally, with only a sparse patch of grass in front of him, he had no choice but to pick the best among what little remained. He returned to the teacher, no longer with the same eager spirit. Holding the modest blade of grass, he quietly handed it over. The teacher smiled gently and said, "You see, had you been content and mindful earlier, you would have picked a far more perfect blade." Many people in life are like this. They miss wonderful opportunities in pursuit of an illusion, only to be left with regret. Think deeply about this story. Have you ever taken a moment to sit in stillness and observe the world? Perhaps you'll realize that life is never truly still. Like the ocean's waves, it constantly ebbs and flows. More often than not, it seems the waves of worry and restlessness are stronger than those of joy and peace. That's why some say, no news is good news. But strangely, even when life is calm, many still don't recognize it as happiness. They cannot sit still. They stir up storms within their minds to feel alive, to attract attention, to prove their existence. Is the human soul so impoverished that it cannot rest in peace unless shaken? Why must we live like wandering passengers, always chasing happiness in far-off places, only to become victims of our own restless egos? One of the quiet secrets to lasting peace and happiness lies in this. Learn to simplify what is complex, welcome all things with calm acceptance, and savor fully the simple joy of the present moment, here and now.